It's one thing to know how to build a business, and it's one thing to know how to build a sales funnel, and it's one thing to know what to sell at what stage. If you're going from 0 to 10,000 a month or 10 to 50,000 a month, those are two different stages with two different sales funnels and offers that you're probably going to launch. And so what I wanted to do was create a bootcamp that shows you not just how to build funnels, but also how to build a sales funnel ecosystem, a business that drives cash flow for you in your personal life, your family, your loved ones. And so in this bootcamp, I wanted to share one of the videos showing you the 13P ultimate sales page. And then if you want to check out the other videos after this, there's a link below to check out the bootcamp. It's free, and we wanted to create this as we just launched Funnels.so. So now let's dive in. Right, so in order to understand sales funnels and the structure, the layout of different sections, it's important to understand what the ultimate sales funnel formula is. And these 13 different sections are not going to be used on every single landing page or website or sales funnel that you create. But it's important to understand the purpose of each of them so that you can say, okay, for me, it would make sense to utilize 7 of these. Or if I'm doing an opt-in page, I want 3 of these because I want to keep it short to just make it curiosity based. If I'm doing a free training, a webinar, a workshop, maybe I want to use these. But then if I do an event, I want to also expand on the speakers and like have social proof and offer stack with the tickets. If I do a course, I want to have the modules and amazing bonus bundle, but then have a reduced price and then have an FAQ. And if I do a software, let me make this structure to it. So we're gonna go through all of these first, and then later you'll see if you're doing this funnel, these are the ones you wanna use to get clarity on that. All right, so understanding the 13 different P's. The first one is called promise, and it's a promise of outcome, the desire that people have. So what you wanna do is you wanna hook them in with an outcome they want without having to do this thing that they hate. And we have examples for each of these as well. So on this one, you would see something like get this amazing outcome without this painful thing, right? And then in this one, what we've done is very simple, very similar, but it says the number one all-in-one marketing sales funnel software. Finding a software where you can run your entire business. It's like this big hook that gets them to read the rest of the page. Okay, so what we did with a client of mine, we did, don't just try to survive, it's time to thrive. Learn Tony and Dean's proven 5-step system to identify, package, and sell what you know. Okay, so you wanna have this main idea that you're throughout the page trying to sell. In e-commerce, you might see something else. You might be having this one headline that says, lose 10 pounds in blah, 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 big claim. And then here's the benefits. And anytime you say like, here's the benefit, here's the outcome, that is also promises of that offer that you're essentially selling. So number 2 is problem at stake. Problem at stake is what they're lacking, right? They want this thing they want, they're lacking this thing. And so talk about what they're currently missing in order to live that ideal life. And number 3 is expanding on that, which is the pain points because of the problem. But the problem could be something like, here's probably what is missing right now in your life. Your website, your landing page isn't converting. It's like the surface level thing that people are like, oh, I don't have enough revenue coming in, or I want to lose weight, or I want to have better relationships. But pain points are the symptoms. This is what they're currently feeling due to not having more of that desired outcome. So if you're struggling with this, if you're feeling this, if you're anxious, if you're ashamed, if you're starving to get a deeper relationship, if you're craving, more freedom, if you're like all these things that goes deeper. So sometimes you'll say like, are you feeling this way? Sometimes you'll just say, you won't be able to do this unless this thing, right? So you don't enjoy business because the pressure is too high, like specific details. Number 4 is proof of results. So this is your credibility. It's different than testimonials. Is this that's social proof. This is more of like you and the clients you work with, or where you've been featured, or how many years of experience and like how big your community is and those sort of things. So introduce the authority and credibility you have and show them why they should listen to you and trust you with a solution. So we do this before we introduce a solution. So here's an example. High Level is the first platform, 20,000 agencies, 1 million businesses, 600,000 leads, so on and so forth. We do this in our coaching where we have like 2,000 customers, 10 million client revenue plus. This is actually 100 million now. And then 10 plus 6-figure students, so on and so forth. You can also have featured in, so on and so forth. This is one example. If you have like the About Us section, instead of saying like, hey, when I was little, I was liked bikes. I liked riding bikes. And then you go on this rant about your backstory. Instead of saying like, I've worked with people all over the world. At first I used websites. I didn't really make any money with that. Then I tried funnels. There's like this epiphany story. Like I tried losing weight by counting calories. But I just realized I'm not an analytical person. It didn't work for me. So instead, when I started finding passionate things and hobbies, I started losing weight as a result of it. And the only thing I did was I did keto or I did carnivore or whatever it is. Anyways, it's the results section, but you can tie it into stories as well. Process. So this is before you sell them a vehicle to get there. Talk about the process to get there, the new opportunity. So you've tried this, but hey, what about like this didn't work because of this reason? You should try this instead, and here's why. So introduce a new way of doing something to get a result they haven't tried yet, and get them to experience the epiphany with the story how you discovered it. Here's one way to do it in a visual way, where you have like, if you're selling a product, you can say, here's the 3 things that you'll go through to get the result. Or if you're trying to build a business, you need these 6 pillars. Or in this case, as you can see, here's like the roadmap to get there. So day 1 we'll do this, day 2, and like now logically it makes sense. And I'm like, I just need to follow this system, this roadmap to get there. Another way to do is before and after. And it's not so much about the proof of before and after, that was credibility. This is more like, without this, you'll feel this way. So I guess you could also say this is the promise and pain points as well, but it's also because of this process, you're gonna feel this way, right? So you tie it into that. Another way is like, first do this, download the templates, then do this, install and customize, then launch it and scale. Gain clarity, get a roadmap, achieve momentum. Carnivore, do this, here's the benefits of it. Is this simple? You've tried this, didn't work, do this instead. Here's the 6 pillars you need to focus on in order to have your dream business. If people can understand what they need, they're naturally looking for someone to provide that solution as well. When you sell a new, not trend, but when you sell a new, like, here's what's happening in the market, here's why you need to jump on this, statistics help as well. So these are things that you can add to your sales pages. Number 6, positioning of offer. So the key to solution. So if you want this solution, you've tried this, now let's position not just the new process, but also like the offer to help you get there, the vehicle. So show them why this is the best vehicle that helps them get to the solutions the fastest with the least amount of effort with the highest probability. So for us, it's like Funnels.so is the fastest vehicle to get there because it's all in one, it's affordable, it has all the features. And even though it's built on high level, there's more benefits using Funnels.so because there's like split testing feature that isn't available in the lowest plan on high level is available in Funnels.so. We have our pre-made templates are like everything that we've built, proven funnels, and this bootcamp, this training, and everything included. And so like that adds value for the same price or even less because you don't have to upgrade to the higher plans to get there. If you want to, let's say, if you want to launch YouTube ads, you could have like, here's everything we've done to help you get there faster, so you don't have to figure out yourself. Like I said, for us, it's like, here's everything that's included, but also visuals, text, and we have like, just everything visually laid out in a section on the page. For the course, Full-Time Funnel Center is like, here's the bundle of things. So the training tool, templates and everything, Q&A calls, yada, yada. E-commerce, like we have these different offers and here's what's included in each of them. Number 7 is the no-brainer deal, price anchoring, where you say, normally, if you hire me to build a funnel, it would be 10,000. But if you want the templates, it's just this much. And so it's like, man, that's worth so much. Now it's just this. For courses, you can say, we have a private community, which is 1,000. We have an 8-week accelerator, that's 2,000. And then we have templates, those are 1,000. It's like the entire bundle and stack is worth 10,000, but it's just 1,000 for the course. So this is kind of what that could look like. For software, it could look other tools. You would pay this, now you're just paying this. So it's like price anchoring. What are we measuring against? E-commerce is like, here's the normal deal, but now if you subscribe, you get 20% off, price anchoring. Number 8, proof of recommendations, others and testimonials, case studies, even industry leaders saying something. If someone says, I believe funnels are going to be the standard for every single business out there, and there's hundreds of millions of businesses out there who need funnels. Now it's like, okay, like I can see, because they said it. Or if someone recommends a book, it's like, because they, Tony Robbins said, read Gusten's book, if you did, maybe one day. And then he, because he said it, then you'd be like, man, if he said it, it has to be good. So including before and after testimonials, case studies, here's what we did with this client and what they said after, all of that helping to increase the trust on you, because proof of recommendations, what other people are saying. So social proof. Example of what that could look like. Images work great when you have faces. You can also have video. When you put video, you also want to say like, this is the best thing ever, and then they want to click and watch. So sell the click, the video sells the offer and you. Number 9 is pushback reflex. So this is risk reversal, where they say, all this sounds good, but I'm not sure if I'm good enough to implement it. I'm not sure if I can stay consistent. I'm not sure, right? It's scary to invest. And so now what you can do is offer a risk-free guarantee, kind of like what we do with Funnels.so. We say, hey, 30 days free, just similar to when you buy a house or car, you want to get in and test drive it, and then you see if you like it. So you can do the same with our software. And so you might want to have a risk-free guarantee that is either action-based or not, meaning they have to take some action. If it doesn't work, here's your money back, but make it less risky for them to try it. So number 10, purpose of offer. So some people might say, hey, if you're doing a free funnel template bundle, like why? So I could say, hey, there's no catch. You don't have to charge for anything. Just download these templates. The reason why we're doing this is because it's the launch of or it's my birthday, or I just want to give back. And it's like this goodwill, and logically, then it makes sense for people who are a little bit skeptical. So there's no catch. Here's why I'm doing it. 11, persona. So once you presented this amazing vehicle to get to the outcome, the solution, they're like, is this for me? But does it work for this business? So like that's where you can have something like, our students are in all these niches, or the funnel templates work for all these type of big businesses, local business, course creators, consultants, and like for everyone. Number 12, priority. Why now? Yes, I know this is great. It works for me, but why now? So add some real scarcity to make them, if they're on the fence, to make them take that decision, take a leap of faith, and move forward now. So this price is going up, limited spots available, those sort of things to increase people taking action. And finally, number 13, providing next steps. So this is what we would call a FAQ, frequently asked questions and answers, where people maybe they have limiting beliefs, they have things they're afraid of, they're not certain of yet, or they generally just want to know, like, how does this work? What's included? It wasn't clear if this also works in high level or just Funnels.so. That's where you would clarify things and provide next steps. If it's an event, what day does it start? What's the address? Just so I know I can fly in, those sort of things. So hopefully that's valuable. And if you have any other questions on this, make sure you join the Funnels.so Facebook group if you haven't. Grab a screenshot of this if you want to, just so you have them. And then in the next couple of videos, we'll talk more about which of these sections go where we start with the website, the homepage funnel that sort of builds your umbrella, the foundations for everything. And then we go into different offers and we say, okay, now add your offer on the homepage. They click it, they go to the page that sells that one thing, whether it's front end, back end. And then for each of those, we'll have 3 different styles at least, where you have whether you want a more male, bold, dominant, premium feel, or you want a more luxurious, or you want a female, softer, lighter, or universal, you want gradient, or you want, depending on your style, you'll just choose one of the templates and then you'll get launched there. So hopefully this is helpful. See you in the next one.